snow in addition to all of that. Start out outside today where it was actually a warmer day than we've been seeing and one of the warmest that we're going to have on the entire 7-day forecast moving forward. Wonder what that is right there. That's pretty interesting. Moving really fast. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Just interesting stuff flying around the sky. There's the live view from our 50-pen camera looking off to the northwest.
Well, the government for decades has investigated UFOs. And in a way, UAP is just like a different term for UFOs. It's rebranded to make it clear that it's more of a defense and national security issue. So I think it's undeniable that the government has looked at this for decades.
That there are three things going on. There's the extraterrestrial vehicles and people. There's the man-made craft and man-made alien phenomenon. And then there's the extra-dimensional or interdimensional beings that they deliberately mix up with both the extraterrestrial and the man-made. Some of the extra-dimensional entities are actually able to be brought into this dimension through very advanced electromagnetic systems. And I know physicists and engineers who have done this. It sounds like something out of Stranger Things because it is like that. That's where they got the idea from the movie, the whole Montauk experiments and all that on Long Island, back on the eastern part of the far eastern edge of Long Island. So when you begin to analyze this, the denial that we have these technologies opens up only one conclusion for all this other phenomenon. It's all got to be non-human. It's all got to be done by the aliens. So by denying that we have these technologies, we have these craft, it sets everyone up for coming to one logical conclusion. People have been abducted. There have been mutilations of cattle. All of that, therefore, goes through that open door, even though it's a completely false narrative. And that's why repeatedly these counterintelligence officials go around and say, we don't have anything like this. There's no way. Because as soon as they acknowledge we do, it's not hard to then make the connection from the whistleblowers we have to say, oh, well, these have been used in these counterintelligence operations, psychological warfare, psyops. And that's then, of course, inescapable that people realize, well, gee, what part of this is actually non-human intelligence or extraterrestrial, and what part of it has been masquerading? No one's asking that question, and most people in Congress and in the bureaucracy or White House national security don't know enough about the issue yet to come to that kind of assessment.
Joe, what did you learn about this task force and what they're actually going to be examining?
Well, it's definitely a novel idea. And look, Elizabeth, this is going to be taking on quite a bit of material here. The task force on the declassification of government secrets. As we heard the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer, and Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna describe, they say it's basically going to be a force for transparency within the government on things that have been private for decades. Now, they say, should be released to the public. They say that President Trump was elected with a mandate for transparency and promises to do something like this. So they're trying to tackle a whole bunch of things all in one task force. The Oversight Committee does have that power, and Chairman Comer, standing right next to Luna there, said that if this task force needs it, he would be willing to have the committee issue subpoenas whenever necessary. Take a listen to what else they said here this morning.
The biggest information problems that we've had with UAPs is the amount of stonewalling, stovepiping, and also it seems that there is this push to gaslight the American people into looking at the evidence and then not fully believing it. Why is it that members of Congress who are given a top secret security clearance are being denied access?
So, Elizabeth, you can imagine a lot of attention on this task force. They say it's going to be very bipartisan, too.
Yeah, and they have got about 2 decades worth of work to do if they're going to get to that long list. Joe Khalil.
They've had multiple programs. Some of those programs have been fairly open, and we've already seen quite a lot of release of information, for example, of the old US Air Force program, Project Blue Book. But a lot of people believe that there is a smoking gun somewhere in the files. It is a very wide held belief that elements in the US intelligence community know that some of this is extraterrestrial and have documents and files relating to this. And that, of course, is what everyone really wants to know. That's the $64,000 question. There are rumors, and we've had, of course, open hearings in Congress where whistleblowers have testified about the existence of legacy programs, intelligence community programs, unacknowledged special access programs, looking at UFOs going back decades, going back maybe to Roswell in 1947. If these rumors are true, and like I say, people have testified, people who are who they say they are, have testified under oath in Congress that this is all real, that we have recovered craft and even bodies. If this is true, and if this cover-up, this conspiracy has been going on for nearly 80 years, how many billions of dollars of taxpayers' money has gone into trying to keep this secret, trying to figure out what this technology is? If there is this great secret, if there is something about this phenomenon that other administrations have regarded as a secret too terrible to be told, a populist president in his second term is exactly the kind of person, maybe the only person, that could do this. I mean, if these rumors are true, of course, the gatekeepers of this secret have been the deep state, the bureaucracy. So it's President Trump who is perhaps the only person who can apply, I guess, the ultimate Gordian knot solution to this. Everyone else has been picking away at the knot. He will just cut through it. And maybe Elon Musk will help him with this. I mean, if ever two people were more likely to overturn a deep state cover-up, I don't know who they would be, but yeah, President Trump and Elon Musk with Doge. If there is this multi-decade conspiracy, they will find it, they will expose it, and they will release it to the people.